collateral transformation. Gary Parr was on earlier, Bob, talking about bank business models. So this seems to all fit into this hangover and future look, right, from the credit crisis.
Right, exactly. So the collateral transformation falls directly out of the Dodd-Frank effort to have all these derivatives, you know, this enormous kind of mysterious $700 trillion market.
Enormous and huge.
Is really shockingly large, regulated in some way. And so the big idea is to standardize the contracts and to have them cleared through clearinghouses. Okay, so that's good, but to clear through clearinghouses, you're going to need collateral, and because the clearinghouses are not going to clear without collateral, and that's where the problem starts to come in.
So for collateral, what can you offer?
Well, that's going to be the big issue, and that is the big issue because you don't want low-grade stuff, you want high-quality liquid stuff, and there's a little bit of a problem out there in the market, which is surprising on the one hand, not on the other. There just isn't that much really high-quality collateral, and when you start looking at a $700 trillion market and you start talking about putting up enough collateral to support it, people kind of look around. I mean, there's only $10 trillion of Treasury bonds out there, and, you know, so what's going to happen? It looks like $2 trillion or some number like that is going to have to come, people are going to have to come up with that kind of good collateral.
So it would have to be, let's say, good corporates plus Treasuries, right?
Well, Treasuries, whether you're going to accept corporates or which corporates you're going to accept, the clearinghouses are in that debate right now. But the collateral transformation point is this. So the banks have said, speaking of business models, aha, you don't have the kind of good collateral you need to support the derivative, so I've got an idea for you. You do have that kind of crummy collateral. So give me your crummy collateral, pay me a fee, and I'll lend to you the really good stuff that I've got in the back.
Yeah, but this sounds like just ominous and this flashback to the bad stuff that happened in 2006 and 2007.
Well, and the real problems here are that now you've gone back to the point of not really knowing what's going to happen in the event that a default starts to happen, because people start to call the good collateral back away. What happens to the clearinghouse? What happens to the issuer of the derivative? What happens to the bank? What if they get stuck with the bad collateral because they can't get the good collateral back? And so it does add a whole nother layer of uncertainty right back into the system that we were just trying to redesign to take uncertainty out of. But it's a big business for the banks, on the other hand, and so if they're going to lose some business because derivatives become less popular, they can make it up by essentially expanding their securities lending practice in this way.
All right, so for the banks, perhaps it ends up being net neutral, but what about for investors? Does the system become, in your humble opinion, more safe or less safe with this?
I think if this practice really spreads, it's going to become less safe again. The good news about this practice is one thing, though. It's still going to cost people money to borrow the good collateral. So that's going to increase the friction, reduce the benefits of doing these contracts in the first place. So maybe that's the silver lining.
A little velvet rope. All right.